YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy Crowder here, and this is the video you guys have all been asking for. I apologize, obviously, for the long wait in between. I know I said I'd be doing these videos a little bit more often, but I'm going to be honestly just transparent with you guys. The stream has been doing incredible. The growth on the stream has been amazing. Seriously, I've gotten a bunch of new followers on Twitch, making a bunch of new friends, and the streams have just been popping off. So I have just been really focusing on getting all these hours in on the stream, because that's like the one thing I really want to focus on going forward. But here I am making the next video for you guys. Hopefully this one helps you out a lot. Basically, in this video, I'm going to be going through some loadouts and kind of just talking Call of Duty and just loadouts, why I use what, when I use what kind of thing. And then shortly after this video, hopefully, even though with the streams kind of doing their thing, I'm going to obviously try and get some more videos out. I'm going to start doing like rotational videos of like why I rotate here, or why I play the edge of the gas, or if I'm playing safe, or, you know, like what, just any kind of play style kind of thing. We'll kind of go through it. I know you guys had a lot of comments in the last video that I made when it was how to get better at Warzone. For this one too, guys, leave your comments in the comment section below, and I will try and get to as many as I can, in the sense of like seeing what you guys are saying. I saw a bunch of comments on the other video. They were great. They were really helpful. I saw a lot of people really want to focus on the rotational like videos of like when the circle's closing, like how should you play it, where should you play it, should you play center, should you play edge, kind of thing. So we'll get into that as well moving on in the series. I've just been really kind of honestly busy with the whole scrims with the pro team, and then obviously the stream's been doing really well. I've just been everywhere, but here I am. I'm doing it. We're doing the thing. So here we go. So yeah, guys, I'm just gonna run through my classes really quick and my settings, and you guys should obviously be able to see stuff from there. So really quick, I don't know if this helps anyone or not, because obviously some people ask for my settings. This isn't my stream commands and stuff, but I'm gonna go through my settings first, and you guys can see my keybinds for mouse and key. And I've been using the controller lately too. I'm gonna use the controller. It doesn't matter. It's all the same stuff. It still helps out a lot. So for my mouse and key, I have my sensitivity is at 6. I play on 400 DPI. And then yeah, I don't do none of this advanced anything. This is literally, I haven't touched any of this. I don't do any of that. I have movement. I'm just gonna scroll through it. Slide behavior is tap. Toggle. Yeah, this is all the same stuff. WASD. My mouse button is my crouch and slide, and then my left control is my prone. Nothing too crazy, you know, everyth's pretty easy. And then all of this, I'll just scroll through this. I don't have to explain much here, just because this is just going through all of this. And for this, guys, too, as well, you guys obviously can just pause the video and kind of go through this if you want. So those are my settings for mouse and key. Controller, I play tactical flipped. I play 6-6 and aim response curve type dynamic. So I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to go into this for a little bit before I go through the rest of my loadouts. Right here, dynamic, standard, or linear. So basically linear means like if you're on 6-6, like you're always moving on 6-6, like off the hip. Like if you're coming from the hip, you're always 6-6. Like it's always going to be like as fast as your sensitivity. If I'm on 7-7 or whatever, it's linear. It stays the same. But standard, from what I know, I'm not an expert on this, but from what I know, standard, it starts, so like say if you were to whip your stick like all the way to the right, like all the way to the right or all the way to the left, like that, like, and hold it and go as fast as you can, it slowly builds up to the full speed. You know what I'm saying? So it slowly builds up to the full speed, and then it eventually gets there, and so it's like slow to fast. And then dynamic is the opposite, where it's fastest, like it starts off a little bit faster, like 6-6, and then it like slows down to your sensitivity. So honestly, none of these response curves will make you a better or worse player. It's all personal preference. You have some of the best players in the world like Simp and a bunch of pro players that play on standard. Then you have a BZ on my team who's amazing. He's on dynamic. I play on dynamic. It's all what you prefer. I like dynamic. You might like linear. You might like standard. I'm pretty sure Doug is Raw plays linear. So it's all what you like. You know, it's literally all preference. Then we go down all the way down here. You have the only thing I will 100% say to do, slide behavior, tap the slide. We talked about this a little bit on the slide canceling video. Tap the slide. Do it. It helps out a lot. Okay, so moving forward to these videos real quick. We're going to do this video. Get this one quick and easy. You know, I'm going to explain what I do, what I use, why I use it. So this is my M4 Overkill class. I use this class a lot when I'm playing squads. It's really good for squads because the M4 is very obviously good in the sense of being pretty decent up close for an assault rifle. It's also really good medium and long range if needed. And then obviously the sniper on your back to get those really long range kills or out of the vehicles or whatever you want to do. So I use this And this is the class Monolithic Suppressor. So if you guys look at the stats real quick, it adds sound suppression, damage range. That is huge, important. It takes you off the mini map on the top left when you shoot your weapon. An absolute must right there. Monolithic Suppressor. Then I use the custom Corvus marksman barrel. The reason why I use this barrel, it's a little bit more mobile than the stock M16 Grenadier barrel, and this is considered my faster M4 class. So I like to be a little bit more mobile. It adds damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. An absolute must on your M4 if you're using it, either this one or the Grenadier. More a little bit preference on that one. I prefer this one for my faster class when I'm using it. And the reason why I consider this my fast M4 is if I'm overkilling with my sniper, I want my primary a little bit more mobile, right? You know, like I have the sniper on my back. The other gun needs to be a little bit more mobile up close and all that kind of thing. Moving forward, I use no stock, which is movement speed, and aim down sight speed, which is obviously the mobility part of things. Underbarrel, commando foregrip underbarrel. I like this a lot considering its recoil stabilization and aiming stability, and the M4 can have a little bit of a weird recoil pattern here and there, so it helps out a lot. If you're not going to use commando foregrip, I would definitely recommend using the Ranger foregrip, which is also recoil control and aiming stability, but it doesn't get rid of your walking speed, like your movement speed in general, unless you're aiming in. So you could try that out and let me know how it goes. I haven't really used it yet. I might give it a try here later, but I don't know. And then 60 round mags. The reason why I use 60 round mags is because there's a lot of armor, and when you're playing squads, there's a lot of people to take out at once. If you're playing solos, you might be able to get away with a 50 round mag to be a little bit more mobile than the 61, because obviously the 60 is a little bit heavier, but it doesn't really matter. That's my M4 when I'm doing the overkill. That's my fast M4 class. And then obviously the HDR, I'm using the monolithic suppressor for the range. I'm using this barrel for the bullet velocity, recoil control, and damage range. I use the tac laser for aim down sight speed, just in case you got to quick scope someone. Then I use this stock for the same thing, aim down sight speed. And then I use sleight of hand. If you don't want to use sleight of hand, you can throw some ammunition on it. I like being a little bit more mobile, but it doesn't really matter. So it's really up to you. So yeah, that's my main class. And then realistically, what I'd be doing with the rest of these M4 classes is I run my fast M4 class, an RPG on my back, or I run this fast M4 class with an RPG on my back with restock. To go through the perks really quick, all my loadouts for the most part, I either use double time, which is just good for tactical sprint speed. If you don't really want to use double time, you can use EOD, which takes away explosive damage, which is really key. Or if you want to throw some cold-blooded on there, it doesn't really matter. That's really preference. Ghost is really nice to have to be away from UAVs, but honestly, I kind of prefer using restock. And the reason why I prefer restock is because you get your C4s and your stuns like over time in Warzone every 50 seconds, which is kind of nice to never run out of equipment, right? You know, like if you're trying to throw C4s at vehicles, so it's really not a bad thing to use. So I kind of lean more towards restock, but that's once again kind of what you're feeling. And then amped is great for faster weapon switches, and it's just really nice to have as your third perk. If you're not going to use this, tune-up's the way to go. It reduces the revive time. It makes it a little bit easier, maybe battle hardened if you're getting stunned a lot, but the perks are really kind of what you're doing. I'm just more or less showing you guys what I use on my guns because you guys ask me this in stream all the time, and I figured this would help. Okay, moving forward, this is the slow M4 class right here. Same thing with the perks and everything. The slow M4 class, though, I use the stock M16 Grenadier, which is a little bit obviously slower. It's a little bit stronger from range, but you're not as mobile. I take off the no stock attachment and I throw on rubberized grip tape. So this gun right here has no recoil in my opinion. If you want to take off the commando foregrip and even throw a ranger on it, it's probably even better. But the way this works for me. Either way, this is like my slower M4 class, and the reason why it's slower is because I'm overkilling this with a submachine gun, which is obviously my faster weapon. So I don't need a fast M4. This, like, I'm using that M4 strictly for long range kills and medium range kills, and then I'm pulling out this gun, which is my fast MP7, which is no stock for the mobility, FSS recon for the damage range and bullet velocity and recoil control, the monolithic suppressor for the same reason, the commando foregrip, which is really, really nice. You can either use that or the ranger. Those are the two I would recommend. And then the ammunition, which is 60 rounds. This is my fast class. You can run around the map. You can outrun storm with this for the most part, depending on how fast the storm's moving. It's really, really good to just have on as your overkill class. And this is like one of my favorite go-to classes. So if you guys don't like sniping or RPGing, try this class out and let me know how it goes. This slow M4 has done me wonders. I think you guys will love it. So definitely use that and get back to me on that one. And then, yeah, moving forward to the other classes that I really use, I just really have been liking the MP7. I use my fast MP7 class like I just showed you guys before, which is my more mobile. Just like the overkill sniper with the M4, it's the same exact thing. I'm overkilling. I want more of a mobile gun. And then my sniper is obviously that longer range, slower paced gun that I'm using. Pretty self-explanatory. And then, yeah, this is my slow MP7 class. This is the last thing I'll explain. So this is my slower MP7 class. And with that being said, the only difference is I take off no stock and I throw on a tack laser, and I usually use a Ranger 4 grip. I don't know why that had commando on. I actually had this class wrong. I usually use a Ranger 4 grip. And the reason why I do this is because this gun's a little bit better at medium and long range. And if you have a good MP7 shot, you can actually use this almost as like a mini AR, and it still works up close. And obviously I have RPGs on my back and stuff like that too. So if I'm playing a tad bit slower with RPGs, I can use my MP7 as like more of my AR. It's a really good class to try out. And if you're not using RPGs or whatever your secondary is, it really doesn't matter. But yeah, those are the best classes I would recommend for all of you guys. I don't really use much other, to be honest. Like, those are like my kind of go-tos. The other class that I wanted to show you guys, I know I made a video on this earlier in the year, but I didn't really highlight the class. This Hardline class, man, is incredible. So like what I would be doing is I'd throw double time on this. And now what Hardline does, if you guys don't know this, is it takes 25% off kiosk prices, which, so in those buy stations, you can buy plates for cheaper, UAVs for cheaper, anything you need for the most part for cheaper. So this is really, really nice to have. If you're playing with teammates and maybe A, you're not the best player on your team, or B, you're just trying to be a really good teammate. You say like, yo, you drop me your money, I'll buy you plates and stuff to save us money. And inevitably, like, you actually end up getting so much extra UAVs and plates and stuff a game because of it. And when I use this class, I probably win the most when I use this class. If I have a really good squad with me and me and my boys are obviously in the map, when I'm using Hardline, this is like the facilitator class that is so good. It's so good. So I recommend trying it out. You can use any gun that you want with this one. I use the fast M4 with this class specifically, but you really don't have to use the fast M4. You know what I'm saying? You can use your MP7, the slow MP7, the fast one, whatever you're trying to do. But those are definitely my classes. I recommend those to all you guys that have always asked me like what I use. Those are my main classes. I'll probably here throughout the future, I'll probably go through some more classes when I kind of get more with Warzone and I kind of start messing up my loadouts a little bit and having some fun. I'll show you some other classes that I use, and that will definitely be in so many videos and also live on stream. Like when you guys watch me live, I know a lot of people that watch my videos obviously see me live. I obviously try some things out here and there and see how they work. So you guys will see those in the future too. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of go through those classes for you guys, give you guys something to work with, and just show you guys kind of what I've been using, what's been working really well for me. And yeah, leave the next video that you guys want in the comments, please, please, please. So if you guys want to see rotational videos, I will do solo rotational videos, squads rotational videos, how to get a little bit more wins. Like, give me something in the comments. I know I can go back and read the other videos comments too and see what you guys want, and hopefully I can help you out. I'm always here to obviously help you guys out, get better at Warzone, and have some more fun gaming with your friends. So I appreciate it. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And everyone that watches my streams, guys, seriously, 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 from the bottom of my heart, the support and energy and everything in the chat has been literally second to none. Of just, it's just been amazing. So I appreciate the growth and all the support you guys have been showing me lately on my Twitch channel. It has been amazing. I love you guys. I'm going to continuously grind. We're not taking days off, and you guys are great. So thank you guys for that as well. And I will see you guys all next video for another one. And remember, leave those damn comments. Later, guys.